back with me now to Warsaw in 1939. It is a horrific time in Polish history. World War II is in full swing. Hitler is dominating everything in his path. The ghetto is an unbelievable sight. The refugees, oh so sad. Now let's speak to a young girl, days before the Warsaw ghetto occupants were sent on trains to the concentration camps.
Sweetheart, will you marry me? Yes, love, it's 3:30. Ice cakes, spice cakes, all party, and we'll...
My name is Janina Mulgrim. When I first met Misha, I was just about to have my 7th birthday. Can you believe that we met when I caught him stealing tomatoes from my garden? I didn't mind, though. I figured he needed them. My dad was a pharmacist and we were pretty well off. I always wore the prettiest dresses with shiny black shoes and a tiny ribbon in my brown and curly hair. I don't know why, I guess I felt like I could trust him, but I told Misha that I was a Jew, even though Father said that was supposed to be a secret. I told Misha he would have to come to my birthday party if we were going to be friends. He came and made a spectacle of himself, and so from that point on, Mama didn't like him. I didn't care, though. I was always so happy to see him. When the Germans said that Jews were bad and that we had to move to the ghetto, I didn't mind. Everyone was going, and I was happy to be living with Mother and Father and sometimes Misha. I didn't like living with Uncle Shepsel, though. He always complained. When Misha stayed with us, he would always sneak out at night and bring us food. Misha became a big brother to me, so naturally I was curious about where he went every night. I followed him. I was his sneaky shadow. Even though he was angry at first, he could see that I was serious. I was so bored in the house and tired of never being able to leave, so every night I would follow Misha out of the ghetto and we would have our little adventures right under the jackboots' noses. They had no idea that we would break into houses and hotels, fill our packs with whatever food we could carry, and then sneak back into the ghetto. Misha liked to drop off some of our loot at the orphanage, but I thought that was stupid. Even though I was little, I knew that living in the ghetto meant that it was every man for himself. Even after Father found out that I was a smuggler and said I couldn't go with Misha anymore, I still did what I wanted. I was his shadow, and I was tiny. Even though Misha knew I was still following him, he didn't say anything. And every night I would put my loot on the table with Misha's. Father would thank Misha for all the food he brought, and I never said a word. It was a secret between me and my brother. The adults were always talking about this man Himmler. Misha called him the second biggest jackboot. He was coming to tour the ghetto, and I hated him. He was the reason we were starving and why Mama was sick and sad all the time. I told my father and Misha, I hate Himmler. If I see him, I'm going to go right up to him and kick him. And I meant it. I wasn't afraid of him. I was angry. Just like I was angry at those traitors, the flops. Any chance I got, I threw rocks at them, kicked and smacked them. I got that from Misha.
Wow, what a powerful story. I wonder where her brother is today. We were so intrigued with Janina's story that we decided to track down Misha to get his thoughts. However, we were unable to locate Misha. After much time and effort, we were able to track down who we thought was Misha. He has since let go of his childhood identity and now goes by Jack.
You want me to tell you about myself? Well, I've been a thief, a teacher, a friend, a husband, a father, and now I'm a grandfather. I've been what others have told me to be most of my life, but now I'm proud to say that I'm myself, I'm me. When I was young, I really didn't know who I was. My identity was given to me by my friend Yuri. I kind of wonder where he is now, if he's alive. He had red hair, red like the labels on the bread we used to steal from the abandoned store after the jackboots came. Yuri used to knock me around and tell me what to do, but I liked that because I really didn't have much direction. He was like a big brother to me. He was the one that gave me my name, you know. Before that, I couldn't remember what it was. Anyway, Yuri taught me everything I needed to know about really living. Some on the outside may look and think that he taught me about surviving, but I feel he really taught me how to live. When he left me, I was sad for a short time, but he always said to keep moving, to live. I do miss him. With my time with Yuri, I met the most wonderful girl. Janina Milgrim was an angel to me, perfect in every way, smart and quick. I loved her from her shiny shoes to her beautiful hair. She was like me, except she had a family, a real one. My family was made up of Yuri and the other orphans that lived with us, but she had a real family, the mother and a father. I wanted a real family too, so I hung around them all the time. I even went with them when they went to the ghettos, and the jackboots put them in there. I didn't quite care too much for that place, but I wanted to be near them, so I went with them. The most important thing I learned from Janina was to love. She was taken away from me. I've never felt such feelings before I met her. After I left Poland, I came to the United States and started another life. This one was different though. I was all alone. I became who I now am, Jack Milgram. I took Janina's last name in honor of her. I had to make a new normal for myself. I was used to stealing and running away from jackboots and people who were mad I stole from them. I got married for a short time and worked odd jobs for a while. At one of my jobs, I found out I had a daughter. She came and found me. After all this time, me finding other people and running from place to place, someone came and found me. I can't tell you how great that felt. The feeling became even greater when I found out I had a granddaughter. Can you imagine? A boy coming from the ghettos of Poland to America and finding out he has a daughter and a granddaughter? I was able to give my granddaughter a middle name, so I named her Janina. I love her more than anything in this world. I'm glad I've been able to live long enough to be able to see her. So, I guess that makes up me. A liver and a lover of the life that I've been given. I was Misha Pilsudski, a boy without a past, and now I'm Jack Milgram, a grandfather with a future.